Your tribe equals your vibe, okay? And I want to give you this understanding, okay? So when we talk about this, you can say network equals net worth, and we kind of get that idea. I don't know if you've heard when they say, if you take the closest 5 people around you and you take their average salary, usually yours is not far from it. Do you get what I'm saying? I see some of you calculate at home, okay? This is a little bit of math to do, okay? You take the closest 5 people around you, take their average salary, and then you take your average salary. It's very, very similar. It's in the same type of band, right? So we understand it in that sense, network equals net worth. But when we say tribe equals vibe, we've got a few things here, okay? What's this? Exactly, a person, yes? So when we have a... behave, okay? So... Shh. Okay. So there's 2 things that's actually going on here. Okay. Number 1, okay, is the physical, and this is the thing that we're teaching at Superpower Life. The 2 things, not just the 1 thing. The physical, meaning the physical strategies, the physical knowledge, the physical wisdom, the things that you're learning, the things that you're writing down. That's the physical. What you are conscious about. Right? So obviously, if your tribe is different, you learn different things. True or true? Okay? You think differently. Right? For example, some of you now, if I say, hey, right, let me ask you this question, okay? How many of you make money online? Anybody make money online in this room? Right? Let me ask this question, okay? Be honest here, okay? How many of you make millions of dollars online? Okay. Now... Well, that was a bit of a downer, wasn't it? Okay, so if we look at this a second, okay? Now, I'm a newbie in the online space, right? Absolute newbie. Like, I'm a beginner, okay? So a lot of you will know a lot. How many of you have been doing it more than a couple of years? Anybody been doing it more than a couple of years? Okay, so you guys are more experts than me. You probably know more terminology than me. You'll know how to build more landing pages and online stores and all that than me, okay? So I want to clarify that first of all, because I don't want any of you challenging me on terminology. I'm not very good at the technical side. Do you get what I'm saying? I don't know terminology. You'll beat me on that, okay? But what's interesting is, do you guys know what Stripe is? You know what Stripe is? Yes. How many of you don't know what Stripe is? Don't know what Stripe is? Raise your hand nice and high. Point to yourself and say, I need to know what Stripe is. Of course you need to know what Stripe is, okay? So what happens on Stripe, okay, let me just open. Okay. Stripe is really cool. I love Stripe, okay? For the reason that Stripe is the thing that it makes a lot of noises every single day. Like, it makes a lot of, so I actually usually mute my Stripe. But I'm happy just looking at the notifications and never hearing it, okay? At the beginning, you'll really enjoy hearing it. But after a while, when it goes too much, you kind of like, it's too much, so you stop hearing it. Do you get what I'm saying? Okay. So what Stripe is a payment gateway, so a little bit like PayPal and things like that. Okay. Now, I only started a couple of years ago. Bear in mind, okay. But you can see here, we actually just hit this. So I'm kind of really proud of what our team's done. £2 million. You can see? Wow. Yeah. Okay. That's good. 5 of you are impressed. The rest of you are like, is that it? £2 million. £2 million, I don't know what is in dollars, maybe $2.5 million or something like that. Yeah. Stripe, yeah, that's the good thing. Well, no. You don't open a Stripe and it gives you $2 million. That's not how it works. What's that app? What's that app called? Yeah, but you have to work towards it, you know. So, but this was interesting because I'm a newbie to this. I didn't know. I came from conventional businesses. You know what I'm saying? Like, what I would tell my friends back then, real business, not like pressing a few buttons online. It was like, we used to cook noodles, you know? I cooked 7, 8 years of noodles. I didn't have this amount of money. Like, literally like a lot of hard work, you know? And so when I first heard about this, I was like kind of like a little bit like skeptical. I was like, how can you make money online and all the rest of it? But actually, in the same sense, if I was to tell you, I say, hey, guys, tomorrow I'm going to teach you how I did that. I'm going to just actually draw up the whole funnel. Okay, would that be useful? How many would like to know how I did that? Okay, so okay, one person, nice. Okay, it's Chris again. Huh? So for those of you who wants to learn again that, okay, cool, nice. Okay, so tomorrow I'll share with you that. But then you taking the strategy is one thing. You believing and actually actively doing it is another thing. Because in actual fact, if I was to tell you that that is like, what? At first, you put a little bit more time in, so like full days and stuff like that, right? But once it's done, it's like, what, a couple of hours a day, maybe, you know? How many of you think that's not bad for a couple of hours a day, right? It's okay. It's not bad, right? Okay? So, so the thing is this, though. The thing is this, though. But the reality of you thinking for yourself, think about it right now. For you to actually believe that it's going to happen for you in the next couple of years, for some of you, it's far, like, it's like, yeah, okay, whatever, you know? You get what I'm saying? But the reason behind that is because most we see, right, is in purgatory. Most people work a 9 till 5. You ask them, how's life? It's okay. How's work? It pays the bills. So your reality becomes, that's normal. What I'm showing you here is that, hey, that's the, yeah, right, you know, as if. But so the interesting thing is, when you change your tribe, because when I changed my tribe, and I decided to go in this space, and then everyone around me, I found everybody who was making millions of dollars, right? Not 7 figures, 8 figures. And when they were making 8 figures online, when everyone was showing me every single day, that's when my belief system became stronger. I was like, oh, you know what? Actually, I think I can do this. Because one person was showing me these results, second person was showing me these results, third person was showing me these results. And I was like, actually, it seems pretty easy now. Because that's your tribe. Do you get what I'm saying? Yes. Right? And that's why it's very important once you to make these friends in this room over the next 3 days. Because after these 3 days, when you go out, you're not gonna fit in. That's a problem. You get what I'm saying? Like, people don't get it. And then you won't be able to execute the things you learn here. That's why it's very important to keep this tribe, because this tribe have gone through the same journey as you. They've seen the same things as you. Do you get what I'm saying? Right? The only reason I open up my account, that Stripe account, right? That's only one account. That's not all our businesses, you know? But if I show you one Stripe account, the reason why I show you my account is not to impress you, it's so that, hey, it's real. Because my friend had to show me the same thing before I was like, wow, I think that's real now. Make sense? Yes. But that's on one level when I say tribe equals vibe. Because when I say tribe equals vibe, what we don't know is the non-physical changes. Right? Not this physical learning, the physical strategy. Is that I don't know how many of you are aware or what level of consciousness or which part of the journey you're on right now. That actually being in the space and the presence of people like that already shifts your vibrations. On a level that you do, number one, you do not need to figure out what it's shifting, because you can't. It's energy. You can't explain, oh, it tweaked that part. No. It will naturally do it, just by being in that space. Do you get what I'm saying? Right? There's a lot of fascinating things that happen. You know, the other day, I was in, some of you may be familiar with Impact Theory, maybe you've seen it on my Instagram. I was at Tom Bilyeu's house, you know Tom Bilyeu? And Simon Sinek was there and stuff. We're in Beverly Hills, right? Like a $26 million house. It's quite some size. But what I noticed there was actually, when I go into the hills, actually, it's a different, I know just by being there, something is shifting. Does anybody know what I'm talking about when I say that, by the way, or is this a bit too like, right? Yeah, we got a crazy room, huh? Right? And so when I say tribe equals vibe, sometimes by being there already shifts. And this is something I want to bring to your attention, okay? That these two things can block each other from changing. Okay? So your physical mind, the little voice, how many of you know what little voice I'm talking about? You know, when you want to do something and it says, oh, what if I can't do it? You know what little voice I'm talking about? Right? Some of you are saying, I don't have a little voice. That's the little voice. Right? I don't have a little voice. That's the little voice. Yeah? We all have it. Right? That thing that you talk to. Yeah? That little voice is something that stops this vibrational flow of energy from happening. Because the vibrational energy wants to shift, but the mind is too stubborn, and it's stopping the energies from coming in. Do you get what I'm saying? So these two things need to play a part. Why I'm saying that, especially on day 3, but over the 3 days, right? Aside from what you know that I'm doing, there's also a lot of things that you don't know that I'm doing, which I will be doing.
Right. Right.
Okay? And for you to take that shift in that journey is for you to just be fully present in the moment. Take a deep breath in and slowly out. To be here in every moment, right? Leaving your mind outside, your current mind, leaving that outside. By being here, then you will capture the essence of that vibration. This is not so woo-woo talk, because this is just science. Science says energy is everything. Everything is energy. You are, energy. I am, energy. Speech is, energy. Thought is, energy. Everything's energy. So everything we do, every movement is energy too. And so by being part of it, energy, and this is science again, energy is a vibration. It goes up and down. That's a vibration. Energies attract other energies. That's a vibration. Do you get what I'm saying? Yes. This is very, very normal stuff. And I did not come to this level of consciousness, right, to understand this. Every time I understand it more, because last year, right, just over a year ago, when my master, Grandmaster Akshar, told me to go up into the Himalayan mountains. I was up in the Himalayan mountains, and I was just like, you know what? I'm here to receive whatever. I don't know what I'm here for. I'm here to receive whatever. In fact, when you're in Grandmaster's presence, he doesn't. How many of you are actually coming to Bali the Bali Mastermind this year, right? When you're in his presence, you'll realize that it's not so much his speaking. Obviously, he'll answer some questions. But by trying to just get the answers from his speaking is only a fraction of it. But by being in the presence, by being all there without mind, without thought, by being there, you feel something else. And that's when Grandmaster Akshar has a very, very interesting thing when you train, like when you're properly training with him, right? Literally in the middle of the night, like 3 a.m. in the morning, he will go to your bedroom, he will knock on your door, he will get you, he'll say, wake up, just you. He'll say, wake up. He'll say, you know that river that we crossed by yesterday? And you say, which one? The one, you know, the one about an hour away. You're like, yes? Okay, go into that river. You're like, what? Yeah. Go into that river now, go into the center and meditate there. Okay, I will tell you when to come out. And you're like, your mind will not be able to, why? Right? It's freezing and the river rapid is going very, very quickly. And you have to climb into there and then hopefully get onto a rock to meditate, you know? But we don't ask questions. Right? Because in our understanding now, in my understanding now, it's very simple. Somebody who knows the way, they know what's right for you, they know the shortcut, they know what you need at what point. You try to understand what they understand, you don't need to understand, you just do. It's discipline. And so you go there, you do it. He tells me to sit there, 2 hours, do this. He goes, headstand. Okay, half an hour. You just stay there. Okay. Right? But these things you can't explain because it's energy. Different places hold different vibrations, and different people around you hold different vibrations as well. But the fascinating thing was 2 years ago when I did that, I came back, I didn't know what changed. I couldn't come back and say, hey, by the way, hey, now I can do this, and I can do a somersault. Right? It's not like that. Right? But actually, then what happened was, months passed by, right? And then I started to see things, and I thought, hey, wait there a second, there's something, this is wrong. What's going on, you know? Need to see a doctor or something, you know? And then, slowly, what I seen, more of it was true. And I didn't realize what it was when I could look into somebody's eyes and then see whether, I don't know, some people are going through illness or suffering or they've been through whatever, and start to see all of that. So when I started to see past life and future life, I was like, this is really weird. But then I dared speak about it to the first people that I seen something, and they said, how did you know that? And I said, I don't know, I just... And then to where you meet more people and you do it, and more people you do it, more people you do it, then I realized, hey, wait a second, something's happened. Whether you call it opening up your third eye, whatever you call it, something's happened. To a point where now I can do that, and that's why some of you know that I'm going on this mastery journey over the next month as well in India. But it's a fascinating thing. And also, while running these programs, when I'm doing it out in India, Grandmaster Akshay is actually going to be at Superpower Live India as well. And he's actually gave me the blessing, right, to say, hey, some of these things, some of these energies, right, to be able to, hey, you can pass it on to the right people at the right time. Now, you don't need to do too much thinking about it because you can't think it. There's nothing to think about. All I'm saying is, here, there's two things that's going to happen. Number one, there's going to be something you're going to be taking notes, you're going to be speaking about it, doing activities. That's what you know. The second part of the energy and the healing, right, you don't need to know, right? Somewhere down the next few months, the next year, something will unfold and you'll be like, hey, I never knew when that changed, but it changed. But you need to be present to be able to receive that. Does this make sense? Take a deep breath in and out.